Alright, everybody. I'm going to try to get my mic to sit where I want it to. Okay, there we are. There. Okay, cool. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream here. As you guys can see by the title, we are going to be doing a Magic the Gathering Commander deck build today. That is what we're going to do. So let's get into our thing here. So we're on Moxfield. So you guys don't know what Moxfield is. Like, it's just a really good deck building platform. You guys cannot see my oh, there you go. There you can. So we're going to be building off SkullBriar here. He's a 1/1 for a black and a green with haste. And it says whenever he deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on SkullBriar, and counters remain on him as he moves to any zone other than a player's hand or library. So the idea for the deck is we're going to be wanting to get him unblockable or some form of evasion, right? And we're going to keep attacking, make him bigger. And then if someone does kill him, well, I can just, where I move him back to the command zone, to the graveyard, anything like that, those counters are going to stay on him. So our strategy for this deck, I'm going to make it sound like I know what I'm doing. The strategy is going to be really just putting as many counters on him as possible. So we're going to start with building out our mana base here. I have some cards in mind that I already want to put in, and then we're going to do some looking. I may do that on my other monitor over here, just that way we can get these cards added. The very first card we're going to add is a simple one, Overgrown Tomb. So we're adding this in. It's a land. When it enters the battlefield, you can pay 2 life. If you do, it enters untapped. Otherwise, if you don't pay the 2 life, it comes into play tapped. So with that, we're going to add Verdant Catacombs as well. That way, if we can get to it, we can find it. I know there are some other fetchable lands out of here, but that's what we're going to try to do. So we're going to add here. I know some other stuff we're just going to add are just going to be Soul Ring. Soul Ring. Commander's Sphere. And Arcane Signet. Along with, I'm just going to go ahead. I don't know if this card is going to make the cut. But we're going to go ahead and add Golgari Signet. I don't know if that card's going to make the cut. I put it in there. It's a kind of a slower card in terms of mana, but I do like it. I'm trying to think of some other thing here. Let me go to, let's see. Was it MTG? You guys aren't going to be able to see this. I'm just going to a different thing here. I want fetchable Golgari lands. Alright, might not go together. Might just look up. There we are. Here we are. That's what I wanted. Mana Gathering. That's what I wanted. So we're going to add Haunted Mire. We're going to add Woodland Chasm. And Temple of Malady. So these are just lands, as you guys can see. It says Swamp Forest. So these are ones that Verdant Catacombs can go find. So no matter when we get it, I want to have multiple targets. And then the Temple of Malady, it's just a scry. It's just a way for us to kind of it's just a way for us to get some stuff. Just kind of get some selection. Ooh, that's another one. I'm going to add the Pathway. This is one that it's untapped, but you can play either side. So you can either be a green or a black. So just a solid thing there. Rot Farm. This is a bounce land. So what it's going to do, I'm explaining a lot of these cards because I don't know if you guys are super into Magic or if you guys are just tuning in. So SkullBriar Rot Farm. It enters a tapped, but it has for 2 mana, but it does bounce a land back to your hand. So it can kind of, how much is this card? I want to look at it. If it's way too much, I'm not going to add it. 49 cents. Let me read it. Oh, okay. So Pine Barrens it comes into play tapped, which isn't great. It adds a colorless, or you can add a black or a green and it deals 1 damage. Not too bad. So probably I'm gonna look at some more stuff here. Oh, that's a perfect card for this deck. Journey to Eternity. There we go. So what this does is you enchant a creature, and you can put this on your commander. And when it dies, you return to the battlefield under your control, and then you flip Journey to Eternity over, and it becomes add 1 mana of any color, or 3 black-green, and you tap it to return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And this deck is all about keeping our commander on the battlefield here. So that's going to be awesome. I don't know how many creatures we're going to have, so I don't know if I want to put in Itlamok. Don't know if I want to put that in just yet. But I think I've got all of the lands that I want in here. Actually, Necroblossom, Snarl, that's another good one. You can reveal a forest or a swamp, and if you do reveal it, it enters untapped. So it's a way to just kind of speed things up if you really need to speed things up, or if you don't, or if you can just play it slow. So we're at 9. I usually do 36. So let's just add in. Let's do 11 of each for right now. So we'll do 11 of each for right now. So we're at 31. I don't know if I want to add anything else to this though. You know what? I'll just add in a lot of these lands that's telling me to add. I can always change these out. Oh, wait. Instead of the Guild Gate, I'll add Fabled Passage in. So Fabled Passage, I can search my library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield, tap that shuffle, you sacrifice it. It is pretty much like Verdant Catacombs, but you don't lose the life, and you can only search for a basic. But if you do have 4 or more lands, that basic you search for comes into play untapped. So just very good to have. I'm just trying to look here. Woodland Cemetery, another good one. It enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a swamp or a forest. Pretty good. So we need 2 more. I think I have all of the ones that are searchable. So I'll add Deathcap Glade to this. It enters in tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. So if you have this on turn 3, play this, you have 2 other lands, bam, you've got yourself set up. A lot of these cards I think I have. This isn't a deck that I'm going to like instantly buy, so you're not going to see me buy this at the end of the stream. But very, very cool so far. I want to put 1 more land in here. I'm going to put I'm going to put Twilight Mire in. Twilight Mire. So Twilight Mire, it's a filter, so I can pay 1 into it to either get 2 black, a black, a green, or 2 green. So I would say that is let's say that's our mana base done. So we're going to go back to our commander here. So again, we're going to be trying to put counters on things. So let me look at... I got some cards that I really kind of want to put in to... I see a perfect card. Ancient. Forgotten Ancient. So, Forgotten Ancient. Whenever a player casts a spell, you can put a +1/+1 counter on Forgotten Ancient. Beginning of your upkeep, you may move any number of +1/+1 counters from Forgotten Ancient onto other creatures. Well, guess what? This entire deck is built around attacking with our commander. So, that's pretty cool. This is not a card that is necessarily going to help with the +1/+1 counter strategy, but it's also going to help with us just doing damage. It's Whisper Silk Cloak. It's going to make our target creature unblockable. It's also going to give it Shroud. So it's going to be very hard for them to get rid of it. So we can just keep attacking. I'm going to probably add both Ozoliths here. I have a couple copies of the Ozolith. Whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had counters on it, you can put those counters on the Ozolith. Because in combat on your turn, the Ozolith has counters on it. You may move all counters from the Ozolith onto target creature. So we're kind of going wide with counters a little bit. So we're going to be going kind of wide with counters. We're also going to be kind of, not say going wide, but we're also really just going to really be wanting to have a lot of counters on a lot of different creatures. But then also... the other Ozolith here, the Shattered Spire, right? This one, if 1 or more +1/+1 counters we put on an artifact or creature you control, put that many +1. So then I can pay 2, tap it, put a +1/+1 counter on things. So, very cool. This is all going to start working together. If I want to go crazy, I can add some counter doublers. I'm not going to add that to this version. I'm just going to keep looking. Does that say... how does Ozolith read? Artifact or creature. Never mind. That doesn't really work. That one doesn't work. Fangren Firstborn. There we are. That's another good one. Now, whenever it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each attacking creature. I'm really just looking... I don't have... This would be good if I was going tribal, but I'm not going tribal just yet. I'm not going... Not necessarily going... I won't be part... I couldn't use this guy. Yeah, I won't use a partner, but I can definitely... I'm going to put Kazur. I'm not using his partner, because his partner won't work in Mono and Golgari. But whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. I mean, we're doing pretty good. Vivian Arcbow Ranger. Vivian Arcbow Ranger. Distribute 2 +1/+1 counters among up to 2 target creatures. They gain trample until end of turn. Then, you deal damage equals power, or you choose a creature from outside the ion. My pop filter just fell over. This -5 doesn't matter. It just doesn't work in Commander. But the +1 and the -3 are going to be amazing here. There's another Vivian I'm thinking of, but... this card's gonna be stupid, but I'm gonna put it in because I think it's funny. Primeval Protector. This card is really stupid, but hear me out on this, okay? Let me get back to back over here. Okay. Trust me on this. Primeval Protector. I know it's 11 mana. Hear me out on this. Costs 1 less for each creature my opponents control. This could potentially cost. It's potentially a 10/10 for 1 mana. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter each other creature I control. That's the move here that we're doing. This is another good one. Orin Reef Ooze. Puts a +1/+1 counter on target creature. When it attacks, you put a +1/+1 counter on each attacking creature with a +1/+1 counter on it. So, like, we are definitely trying to make this a very aggressive, a very attacky deck, but also a deck that's very hard to slow down. There's a card I'm thinking of. I don't know how well it'll work in the deck, but Rise of the Dark Realms. Like, Rise of the Dark Realms. Put all creatures from all graveyards on the battlefield under my control. This, in the right circumstance, can be a game ender. Which, speaking of, let me just find all the cards I need. I got 2 into searching for, creatures that I need to get my ramp going. Land tax doesn't work. Burgeoning works. Whenever opponent plays land, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. I'm only in 2 colors, so I can't use triomes. I think I got all. I mean, I could do some more. Let's see, like I could do moss, diamond. I can do charcoal, diamond. These are. I mean, they tap for their respective color, but they enter the battlefield tapped. Just ways to get more mana. Cultivate Kodama's Reach. There's another one. Oh, it's explosive vegetation. That's another one. It's pretty much the same thing. 2 basic land cards. Farseek. Yeah, search for anything but a forest. Is it wood elves that searches for? Yeah, search for a forest. That was weird. Landlord Visionary. That's just draws a card. It also taps for green. I want to add some cards that draw me cards. So rich cards, expertise. This is one of my favorite draw spells. You get something huge, draw a bunch of cards, drop a 5-drop for free. Great card. Love drawing cards. Phyrexian Arena. Oh my gosh, I cannot type. Phyrexian Arena? What? Phyrexian Arena. I spelled it wrong. That's why. Phyrexian Arena. It picked the worst one. Okay. If you guys don't speak Phyrexian or can't read Phyrexian, it says, let's go over here. So up here, this says Phyrexian Arena, and then this is enchantment, and it says at the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card, you draw 1 card and lose 1 life. So it gives you 2 cards a turn. But yeah, it picked like the worst one. Picked the worst version because you can't read it. Alright, so we're at 63 cards. We just need a lot of creatures. I think we're somewhat good on that. Let me get a drink here. I'm thinking here, alright? I'm thinking. Let me keep looking through these cards I'm looking at here. I saw a good card. I'm just gonna keep looking. Ooh, that's a really good one. Yep. Song of Freyalise. So, on the first 2 turns of the saga, it says until your next turn, creatures you control gain tap, add 1 mana of any color. This is just going to speed us up. Then on the 3rd one, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. They gain vigilance, trample, and indestructible until end of turn. So what this means, they become bigger, then we just punch really, really hard. And then, they have vigilance and indestructible. Like, they gain vigilance and indestructible, which means they're going to be they can immediately come back on defense. And then secondly, they've got trample, so they're hopefully going to be big, and we can just trample over, clear out a spot on our opponent's board, maybe even wipe out an opponent depending on board state. But that's going to be our idea. This is going to be another good one, especially since we're basing this on our commander here, Loyal Guardian. Loyal Guardian, it's got 4/4 trample for 5 mana, but it's got Lieutenant, so at the beginning of your combat on your turn, if you control your commander, which we're hoping to do for a lot of the game, is we're going to make a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Again, we're building around our commander here. This is another good one. Something I didn't actually think about. Necropolis Regent. 3, so 6 mana. It's a 6/5 with flying. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put that many +1/+1 counters on it. The idea is that we just snowball. We don't have white, so we can't put in my favorite card, which is Avacyn. But another good one, Vigor. Oh my goodness. You know what? We'll add Defiler. We'll add Defiler or Vigor off of this. It's just good. I mean, it adds a +1/+1 counter. Invigorate. That's a dumb card. We're gonna put it in here because I think it's funny. This is the card we're looking at. Vigor. So it's a 6/6 with trample for 6 mana. If damage be dealt to another creature you control, prevent that damage. Put a +1/+1 counter on that creature for each 1 damage prevented this way. When Vigor is put into a graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it into its owner's library. Just a pretty solid card. We gotta kind of just start putting in creatures, though. We gotta start putting in some boys, putting in some dudes. I'm gonna put in one of my favorite old cards, which is Vampire Nighthawk. Flying, Death Touch, Lifelink. It's just going to be really hard to deal with. It's going to be getting in there for a lot of damage. We could, depending on board state, we could start just dumping +1/+1 counters on it, making it big, just kind of going to town there, but it does die to removal. Speaking of removal, we need to get some removals. So, Tragic Slip. Great card. 1 mana. It gets -1/-1 on turn. But if a creature died, it gets -13/-13. This is going to be a good way to kill things in green and black. In green, we have Kinnereth's. I forgot how to spell it. Transformation. Kinnereth's Transformation. I spelled it wrong. So, this is an enchantment. It's enchantment removal. But we can kind of put it on a big problem creature, and it loses everything and becomes a 3/3 elk. So it's going to be really good to stop our opponents if they start getting too ahead. I don't want to go too crazy on stuff here. Colonian Hydra right there. So, Colonian Hydra enters with 4 plus encounters. Whenever it attacks, we double the amount of plus encounters on it. Pretty simple. I think I'm just looking at green creatures now. Just because I just gotta add some stuff in there. This would be a card I would love to put in, but I don't really feel like paying for it. The Great Henge. So let's do best green creatures. Let me just look at some green creatures. Ooh, I didn't think of that. I did that wrong. Azusa, Lost but Seeking. It's going to give us the ability to dump more lands, go faster, really just get ahead. Tireless Tracker, another good one. This is going to be this Tireless Tracker is going to pair really well with Azusa. Azusa lets us put us more lands into play, but Tireless Tracker gives us clue tokens. And clue tokens pay 2, you draw a card. It's going to give us 1, drawing cards, and 2, it's going to give us plus encounter synergy. Ooh, this one actually does kind of work here really well. It's Avenger of Zendikar. When it enters the battlefield, create a 0/1 green plant creature token for each land you control. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you put a plus encounter on each plant creature you control. And we pair that with the Ozolith. That's a lot. If someone wraths the board, that is so many counters. It's kind of crazy. That's kind of what we're going to do here. I don't know if I want to. I'm going to put this card in for right now. I think Oracle is going to get cut. If I do any cuts, I think Oracle's going to get cut. Maybe. I don't know. I would. There's so many cards that I just. I'll put Eternal Witness into this deck. For really the sole reason of. This deck is kind of. We have a lot of expensive stuff in here. And so we're going to try to get to the stuff. So that's why we have so many. We had just so many expensive stuff. So I have so many creatures that tap for land. Okay, so we need some more instants. We need some more instants. Because I want some instants in this deck. We have Cultivate. We have. I'm not going to try the other card route. Cresting Beast. Nature's Lore. That is a sorcery, but I will put that in this deck. Nature's Lore. Oh, and then there's also Forgotten Lore. Forgotten Lore is another stupid card. Target opponent chooses a target card from your graveyard. You may pay green to have that opponent choose a new target that he or she has not already chosen. Put the last target card into your hand. I play this in my Luminous deck. It's just stupid, but it's funny. So, I'm looking for instance. Nature's Claim. Nature's Claim. It's going to destroy an artifact or enchantment, and whatever I destroy, they gain 4 life. So, not Beast Within. Beast Within. Great one. Explore. is the sorcery, and there's exploration. Again, these are just stuff that's just going to get us value. This card makes everyone hate you, but still in library. It's just way too good of cards. So at the beginning of your draw step, you may draw 2 additional cards. If you do, choose 2 cards in your hand drawn this turn. For each of those cards, pay 4 life for the card on top of your library. So you draw 3 cards. You draw, and you draw 2 more. And then you can either put 2 of them back and just take the 1, or you can take all 3, take 8 life, take 2, pay 4 life. That kind of stuff. Court of Calling. This is going to be good to find if we need to find a specific card. Court of Calling, and then also, no, it's Invasion of Ikoria, I think. Yep. Invasion of Ikoria. This card is stupidly powerful. So it's X, green, green. Whenever Ikoria enters the battlefield, use your library and or green card for a non-human creature card with mana value X or less and put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library, it's a shuffle. But then, once the battle is defeated, it switches into Zolortha, Apex of Ikoria, which is an 8/8 with reach. For each non-human creature you control, you may have that creature assign its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. And this is called good deck building. Look, our commander is not a human, so he's going to be able to start assigning combat damage as though it weren't there. Because they weren't blocked. I don't know if I'm going to put Veil of Summer. Veil of Summer seems like a decent card, so it's 1 green with it for an instant. It says draw a card if an opponent has cast a blue or black spell this turn. Spells you control can't be countered this turn. You and permanents you control gain hexproof from blue and from black until end of turn. But if I'm not playing against a pod that has blue or black, that doesn't make any sense. This is one that I am kind of dumb for not adding in, which is Heroic Intervention. I mean, this is an enchantment, but I feel like this card is just too good for it to not be in this deck. Great or good? Sacrifice a creature. Draw cards equal to sacrifice this creature's power, then discard 3 cards. Channel's banned. Gaia Cradle, I'm not buying one of those. Natural Order. This can be a good card to just put in to just get one of my big things. I could sacrifice my Arbor Elf to get an Elder Gargoth. Like, it's just be able to get the stuff I need out in order to go. I need to get 8 more cards in this deck. I'm just looking at potentially just some more green creatures. I'm trying to think of just some small stuff. I'm trying to think of some good, not necessarily like good creatures, but like not necessarily bad creatures either that could go in. I'm trying to think of some good ones. Cause I only have 20 creatures. I want to add 5 more. So here, let's go to Gather. Let's go to MTG Gather. I know I was there before. We're gonna go there. We're gonna go Advanced Search. We want it to be green. black. For how to work this thing. And we know that it is a creature. So we'll add. I don't think anything else matters. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna add some black-green creatures. I don't have good elf strategy. Just give me stuff that has black, green, and other stuff. Don't like that. Baloth Null is a good one. Baloth Null. So what this does is, when it enters the battlefield, return up to your target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. So that's going to go away. You bring it right back. I don't think this card. I think this is another card that's not going to make it. Bellatrix Witherbloom. It's a 4/4 with flying for 7 mana. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token. When this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Pay 10 life, untap all lands you control, and activate once each turn. So if I just need a little bit more mana, I think I can win the game. I'm going to jump 10 life, and I'm going to go for it. Is that going to work? Probably not. Will it be hilarious if it blows my face and I lose? Oh, 100%. Ooh, Catacomb Sifter. That's just a good value card. No, not Catacomb. Catacomb Shifter, or Sifter. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scion creature token onto the battlefield. It has sacrificed this creature. Add 1 to your mana pool. Whenever another creature you control dies, scry 1. Don't like that. I'm trying to get stuff back. Ooh. Chevelle. We'll call him Chevelle because I think it's funny. Bane of Monsters. So, at the beginning of your upkeep, if your opponents control no permanents with bounty counters on them, put a bounty counter on target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Whenever a permanent an opponent controls with a bounty counter on it dies, I gain 3 life and I draw a card. Pretty good. Corpsejack Menace. This is just another good card. 4/4 for 4 says if 1 or more plus encounters put on a creature, twice that many are put on it instead. But that's going after plus encounters. I'll put this one in. Creekwood Liege. It's an anthem for my black and green creatures. At the beginning of my upkeep, may put a 1/1 black and green worm creature token onto the battlefield. I don't have Sliver, so that's not going to go in, obviously. See, I have 98, so I'm going to add 2 more. I know what 2 cards I'm going to add. Deathless Knight and Deathbright Shaman are my last 2. Let's go. 100. Alrighty, so here's what we're going to do. Okay? Why? I don't know why my monitor is doing this, but I'll just do that from time to time. I don't know why. So we're going to play test this. So if you guys don't know, Moxfield does have a playtest feature. built in. I'm going to organize my hand here a little bit. So we have Hissing Quagmire. We don't have a turn one play though. So we're going to draw. We're going to take our... Oh, okay, we got Hissing Quagmire's hand tapped. We're going to get next turn. We don't have a good play here, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this, have it enter tapped next turn. Don't have anything in the graveyard, just play this out. Green and black, bring out SkullBriar. So let's see. Unless you control a swamp or a forest. Let's see enter on tax. I control a forest. So we're going to tap 4 to bring out Kazur. We're going to fail to find because we don't have Ukima in this deck. So we're going to attack, and this is going to get a counter. It's going to get a +1/+1 counter on it. Let's see. Can I hit set counters? No. Add counter. So we'll know that it's +1/+1 counters on it. Next turn. Okay. We're sitting on full grip cards here, so we're gonna move this over. Move those. We're gonna play a swamp as our land for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 mana. Let's see. So green. Oh, we actually have enough. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. For Elder Gargroth, 6/6, Vigilance, Reach, Trample. Whatever attacks or blocks, we choose one. Pretty simple. We're going to attack. Let's say he gets through, so we're going to add another counter. Cool. So, bring this back over here. Do this. I'm going to pay 1 to play the Ozolith out. And then we're going to attack, right? We're going to attack with this. Say he gets through, so add a counter. And we'll draw a card. I'm going to tap 2 to play Charcoal Diamond. And then let's say someone blows up the Ozolith, alright? Blows up the Ozolith. I'll pay a green to Forgotten Lore, which should return this back to my hand. See the move here, see the maneuver. I'm going to tap 3 to Cultivate. I'm going to search for 2 basics. So I'm going to grab a Forest and a Swamp. Swamp will go on battlefield tapped, and then the Forest will be my land for turn. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5. Do I have 3 green though? Green, 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 and 1 for Vivian. We're gonna +1 her, so she's gonna go to 5. We're gonna add 2 counters to him, and then we're gonna attack with both of these. Both of them get through, I guess, and then we're going to draw a card. Tap the 1 for Ozolith. See the idea here? The idea is that we're just going to keep kind of hammering them with more stuff than they can really get around, and just hope that we can, in fact, just overwhelm them with stuff. So we'll tap these 2. We'll play Chevelle. Probably should not have done that. That's great. Yeah, I mean, that's the idea. The deck isn't the greatest. I mean, it's going to take some time to tune, but I think for a first little test at a stream, let me go back here. First little test of a stream of this type, I think it's pretty fun. So if you guys enjoyed, if you guys want to see me do some stuff with my actual decks, like maybe import my actual deck lists, and you can kind of look at those and you can point and laugh at how bad my deck building is, you can do that. But if you guys did enjoy this stream, make sure to leave a like. As you guys will see down in the description, the stream is brought to you by Raise Energy. If you need any energy, supplements, protein powder, anything like that, go to Rep Sports and use my code down in the description. And also, you'll see that I have in fact partnered with Starforge Systems. So you guys need a new gaming PC, use my link down in the description. Saves you some money. I get a little bit of kickback from that, so it really does help. But again, thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time.